Namaste friends. In this video, we are going to discuss on power, ethics and ethical organization. Let's talk about power. The ability to control a field, object, or person that can influence someone's behavior is called power. Similarly, the authority granted to a person or group of people to perform a task is also considered power. Power may also be legally acquired. Power is dynamic, which influenced by economic rise and fall, modernization of weapon, exploration of resources, etc. Power is relative because the measure of power higher law is made by comparison with other similar things. Power is also situational. The strength is determined contextually and comparatively according to time, and power is multidimensional, which can see as soft power, hard power, smart power also, just say in modern time. Soft power is gained with culture, diplomacy and influence, while hard power is achieved through mobilization of military or economic resources like army might and economic influence. Basis of power, which is described by French and Raven. Let's talk about positional power sources. First one is legitimate power. Power lawfully granted, given authority to demand or command other. In a democratic country, constitution authorize or distribute such power, division of power. Next one is reward power, derived from the ability to provide valuable good or services, the capacity to compensate others for compliance, that is reward power. Third one is coercive power based on force or negative influence. And fourth is informational power, power gained from controlling information needed by other. Talking about personal power sources, expert power, power gained from expertise or skill or experience, especially when such expertise is needed in an organization. Next one is referent power, power from charisma or interpersonal skill that attract other followers and inspire loyalty. Talking about the type of power, contingent power, that is appropriate, and compensatory power, conditioned power gained through the continuous practice. Personality also can be considered as power. Property, wealth, that is also source of power, and organizational power. Let's talk about power principles in interpersonal relationship. Power as perception. Power and perception. Other must perceive someone as powerful or not. Next one is power as relational. In power and relational, power exists within relationship. Third one is power as resource based. The powerful strive to dominate resources. And fourth one is power as ability or inability. Power distinguished the capable from the incapable. Those who constantly control other always influence them. Fifth one is power as a prerogative. Powerful people can make and break rules. They do not accept punitive provisions of rules and have the ability to start discussion, change topic, interrupt other, and make favorable decision. Sixth is principle of least interest and dependence power. The person who has less to lose is more powerful, while the one dependent on other remain weak. Talking about the national power, the capacity and strength to achieve a national interest and objective is national power. This is so much important aspect in international relation. Some define it as ability to influence the activity of other nations. Kautilya stated that national power depend on military knowledge and courage. Let's talk about type of national power. Physical power, military strength, strong armed force, air force, collective army, nuclear force, etc. That is the physical power. Next one is psychological power, use of symbolic tools National Day, National Anthem, National Symbol, military parades to create psychological impact or emotional unity. Recently, we saw a Chinese military parade remembering the victory over Japan in 1945, World War II. That is the psychological power. Commenting on that parade, American president said, "They think I am watching," and yes, I do watching. American President Donald Trump also commented like that. Next important is economic power. Economically strong nation influence other by providing aid, technical assistance and investment. Even Qatar, Malaysia, those are small in geography and population, but economically they are so much rich and have great influence in global stage. Elements of national power, natural resources and population, industrial capacity, intellectual position, military capability, political elements from the stability of government, bureaucracy, diplomatic strength, social structure, diversity and ideology, international strategies, situation, foreign support, international reputation, engagement, and activity in international organization. Let's talk about ethical organization. Legally established institution or organization that follows formally defined standards, norms, practice, and activities determining what is permissible or impermissible. They not only create code and standard but also implement them. Every member of such organizations is bound by conduct rules, which legal provisions for action against misconduct, including procedure and hearing. Leaders are authorized persons in such organizations use the power and authority to achieve state objectives. Let's talk about 4 P's, which are cornerstones of sustainable success of ethical organization. First P is purpose. Profit for shareholder in private organization or public corporation, cost effective public service delivery, market growth, product and brand development, knowledge creation, those are related with purpose. Next P is people. Staff, customers, suppliers, local community, stakeholders. Those are another aspect. Third P is planet. Environmental sustainability, natural resources and fair trade are also equally important. And fourth P is probity. Integrity, honesty, compassion, truth are the essence of ethical organization. Let's talk about 8 elements of ethical organization. First one is respect, second is honor, third is integrity, fourth is customer focus, fifth is result orientation, sixth is risk taking, seventh is passion, and eighth is persistence. For an organization to maintain ethical standard, its leader must consistently demonstrate ethical practice. However, challenges arise when ethical decisions do not guarantee financial gain. That is the contradiction. Classification of ethical organization. First one is constitutional bodies formed under the constitutional provision. Next one is administrative or public organization. Third one is political organization. Fourth are civil society organization. Fifth are non-governmental organization. And sixth are private sector organization. What are the issues in modern concept of ethical organization? The issues can be corporate social responsibility CSR or simple social responsibility, fair trade, ethical management and leadership, globalization, sustainability, corporate governance, social enterprises, microfinance, mutual cooperatives, well-being at work and work-life balance, including psychological contract. These are the issues of ethical organization. With this, we come to end of this discussion. Feel free to comment and put your thought. Thank you very much.